As you rightfully indicated, Thabo, I mean, we've been told that tonight is all really about music and celebration, really. And one of the most important things, really, that tonight we will do is to also acknowledge, really, Professor Puleng LenkaBula's first term as the Vice-Chancellor of this university. As you rightfully indicated, she took helm in 2021, and that term comes to an end at the end of this year, and she'll then resume her second term in January next year. In fact, I want to bring her into the conversation. Prof, thank you so much for your time. How has the first term been like?
Thank you very much, Mr. Booi. I really appreciate your presence at UNISA. We're truly appreciative for the opportunity to have been granted the duty to lead UNISA and to ensure that we establish and propel its commitment to being a site of excellence for our country, the continent, and for projecting the best of Africa's knowledge in the world.
I mean, how has the university evolved over the years? We're told its history is illustrious. I mean, 150 years. How has it evolved over the years?
I think UNISA has always been in tune with the industrialization systems. At a time when the post office was a way of mediating distance, UNISA already taught via distance, ensuring that higher education is accessible to others. During the anti-apartheid struggle, UNISA was one of the few universities that allowed anti-apartheid struggle heroes to learning. If you think about Justice Museneke, President Mandela, President Ramaphosa, and President Beki, and many other illustrious leaders, they were trained in this university. And recently, what we have tried to do is to ensure that we pivot the scientific agenda of the country, of the continent, in those critical areas that are required to making Africa's institutions competitive, sites of excellence and success, and that Africans don't go into the table of knowledge as begging intellectuals, but as strong intellectuals that shape the trajectory of knowledge in the world. And I'm very proud to lead committed academics, intellectuals, professionals, administrative staff that are committed to such ideals.
Prof, in an ever-changing world that we live in, right, there must be challenges, though, in running a long-distance institution and the largest in the African continent.
Yes, it is somewhat complex to run the largest university in the continent, in the sense that you want to ensure that as students, the primary stakeholder of the university, get the best quality education that can allow them to be citizens of knowledge anywhere in the world. The second is with the advancements in digitization, with artificial intelligence and machine learning being at the center of the evolutions of the new industry, UNISA has made it a point that we bridge the digital divide. We provide airtime, we provide devices, we provide additional support for our students because we want them to be success elements anywhere, to employ themselves and to be able to get to be the preferred employees in any institution.
Prof, I'm sure your first term wasn't easy. There've been a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who have really scrutinized your leadership, especially now that you're going for your second term?
I think the facts speak for themselves. When I joined UNISA in 2021, UNISA was in the top 12 to 16. We are firmly in top 6 to 8 in most of the rankings, but indeed, the Department of Higher Education research outputs, we are firmly number 6. And I think that speaks to itself. The governance infrastructure of the university is firmly set. The catalytic niche areas of the university, including aviation, aeronautics, marine sciences, nanotechnologies and biotechnologies, Bosadi, feminist and gender theorization, and others have become the pivot points that make UNISA a competitive university, especially in the current context of digitization and development. And we want to be a partner to private sector, public sector, civil society sector. And yes, there were those who scrutinized us. There were those who assumed domesticated us, speaking about curtains and whatever, the things we had not asked for. But these did not talk about the cost containment, the successes. For instance, when I joined UNISA, we had 7.8 billion investment value. At this point, we have over 20. And I think it tells you that the facts must at all material times speak for themselves, not aspersions, not conjecture, not undermining women as leaders and assuming that they are just going to be cowered down and not lead successful institutions. And to every girl, young woman, or any South African who wants to lead institutions, never pay attention to naughtiness in the critic. Listen deeply and use the critique to advance and develop and propel institutions to being competitive, successful, and sites of excellence.
Quick one. Tonight is about music, okay? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking for music as an important gift to our society. As I told you, in 2021, there was hopelessness because of COVID-19. I requested as a university that we have a Vice-Chancellor's concert to ensure that we project multiple genres of music, not just classical music and not just opera, but jazz, Africa's music, and ensure that we create standardization for these music genres. And today is one of those concerts where we are celebrating these milestones, and we're quite appreciative for your presence here.
Prof,
celebrate with us.
Prof, thank you so much. Tabo, that's Professor Puleng LenkaBula. She is the Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the University of South Africa. Of course, as you've heard her saying, tonight is about music.
Well, Malungelo Booi, enjoy the music tonight. Wish I was there to also take in the music, as you put it. That's Malungelo Booi live for us there.